Hello and welcome everyone to Roofing Insights. I'm your host Dmitry Lipinski. In this video, I will explain and show you how HomeAdvisor sells you information to bad contractors, to felons, to and really worst contractors out there.
The contractor HomeAdvisor recommended, Kenneth Bell.
He installed the tiles and they're hollow back there. Moisture can get in here, so all of this has to be ripped out.
The Vickers say Bell abandoned the job, leaving their home a mess. Again, HomeAdvisor says it performs criminal background checks, but what they missed, the Vickers found with a simple Google search.
We pretty easily found out that he was a convicted felon.
Become an employee of this firm, you will make your first $1 million within 3 years. Okay? I'm going to repeat that. You will make $1 million within 3 years of your first day of employment.
At HomeAdvisor,
there is no question as to whether or not you'll become a millionaire working here. The only question is how many times over.
And it's not just my opinion. I will back up every fact I'm going to share you today with the whistleblower information that I got, with the phone calls. We've been recording and investigating HomeAdvisor for a long time. You probably have seen news clips recently. A lot of news stations all around the country have been covering how many felons actually are on HomeAdvisor. And today, I'll just explain why it's happening. Thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna go in detail how HomeAdvisor screens their contractors and why so many bad contractors are start ripping homeowners all over the country and how HomeAdvisor gets away with it. But first, let's talk about HomeAdvisor business model for you to understand what HomeAdvisor really is, how they make money. Chris Terrell was Colorado most paid CEO in 2018. You're talking about $70 million salary. Where do they get all the money from? Well, they've been selling you information for years, 18 years to be exact. They still sell it at the highest rate possible. You need to understand what's happening with the information when you submit it to HomeAdvisor Direct or their affiliates. HomeAdvisor currently, and it's been a huge trend only been getting worse, has 1-star rating with the BBB. If you check their reviews, they have 90% negative and 10% positive. How is it even possible for them to be A-rated business on BBB? We'll talk about it at the end a little bit. So HomeAdvisor business model is very simple. What they do is they take your information, so you're right here. Every single time you go to HomeAdvisor website, or now it's Angie's List and their affiliates. I've seen reports, a lot of people actually commented on my videos with the statements that HomeAdvisor buys their leads for about $5, pretty much pennies on the dollar, $5 per lead, and then they sell it to their contractors. So this is how it works. HomeAdvisor gets lead, and then they sell the lead. So they sell your information, your home address, your number, your name, and so on.
He's a convicted felon.
A felon.
Convicted federal felon who had been on probation, again, almost the entire time that he was on our job.
And they have market rate and they have exact match rate. So exact match, it's $100 plus. So pretty much, if you go on the HomeAdvisor and say, I need a siding contractor, and HomeAdvisor have somebody who offers siding service and churn on to buy leads from them. So what they do next, they pretty much sell it to them. And I've paid, in my investigation, $127, pretty much just for that name. It's not how HomeAdvisor is saying, it's not guaranteedjobs.com, it's homeadvisor.com, right?
What I will say is, it's not guaranteedjobs.com. You do pay whether or not you get the job, and your sales rep should have made that very clear.
I get it.
Investment.
You'll charge
It's not an investment, it's a rip-off. There's no guarantee of appointment, there's no guarantee that you actually have a lead. If you're the contractor, pay attention, because HomeAdvisor does not give you leads, they give you phone numbers. By the way, 80% of them, and this number is very consistent, with the hundreds of phone calls we've been getting here at Roofing Insights, 80% of the numbers are dead, which means the connection never actually happens. So 80%, think about that number. Average homeowner will have no problem to getting at least 3 estimates. And according to HomeAdvisor, they match you with the 3 or 4 contractors. Now, the problem is nobody ever be able to check it. And if you go to glassdoor.com and you read reviews from ex-employees and current employees of HomeAdvisor, they've been making a lot of statements online how HomeAdvisor recycles their leads, how they lie to their contractors, and they do in fact sell that information, your name and phone number, to more than 3 or 4 contractors.
He's a convicted felon.
As a matter of fact, that's the only way you can explain 80% of people never answer a phone call. Because if you have a need, if you go to a website and you need new roof, you need new painting job, and 3 people call you, why wouldn't you answer? But if 15 people call you, you would never do, right? So in our investigation, we have paid $127 and we couldn't reach homeowner. And I was just so persistent. I said, I'm going to get down to it. So, and I keep calling. After 2 months, after many emails, I told him it's investigation. Finally, the guy answered. He said he got more than 10 inquiries. The guy came to HomeAdvisor website and he later received more than 10 calls. So now you have $127. So if that's true, HomeAdvisor just made over $1,000. If it's only 3 or 4, it's still good, $300-400. Now, what HomeAdvisor needs to do to make more money? Just sell more leads. I've seen a lot of reports from a contractor who is saying that when they were getting exact matches, which means that they're the only one who's supposed to get that information, they would arrive and another contractor is leaving.
It's not guaranteedjobs.com.
So it happens all the time. So pretty much for HomeAdvisor to make money, they just have to send it to more people. By the way, HomeAdvisor charges these fees the moment they send you information. They literally created money-making machine. It's licensed to print money. The moment they send you email, they have a card on file, they're gonna charge that right away. They start making money the moment you sign up because they're gonna charge you $350 just to do your background check, which is usually cost about $20. So you do the math. They make $300 already just for you to sign up, and we will talk about that background check in just a second. But think about it. You start there, and from that point forward, anytime HomeAdvisor needs money, all they have to do, they send you any information about any customer, and they have legal right in their mind to charge your card. So if HomeAdvisor needs right now to make $80,000 right here, at this rate, they have to send 1,000 contacts. At $80, they just made 80 grand. We've seen reports where leads been recycled and the same contractor getting the same phone number just like 6 months later. As a matter of fact, HomeAdvisor never ever refunds money to anybody. It's impossible to get any money back. They're gonna give you more crappy leads. Average contractor stays with a HomeAdvisor for about year and a half, spends about $2,000 and goes next. HomeAdvisor, it's a modern boiler room sales environment where sales guys who works at HomeAdvisor hate their jobs. It's average call center, just like you see in the movies, Wolf of Wall Street and those scams. This is exactly what's happening here.
Now I have 1 million calls to make to 1 million other doctors who are already in the know. I can't walk you through this right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's do this.
For you to understand why they're selling it to felons, you need to understand their sales process. Sales process is very, very aggressive. They're going to keep calling because they need to sign new contractors every week because old contractors trying it, paying them money after getting ripped, thousands of dollars. If you don't believe me, go to Better Business Bureau. Better Business Bureau receives 2 complaints a day. Most of it comes from contractors, and look at the dollars the contractors are spending. So now HomeAdvisor is making hundreds of millions a year. They're very profitable. Their CEOs getting paid, $60-70 million a year. It's a publicly traded company, so they have all investors to please. And what are they selling? They're selling your information. Now let's talk about felon part.
HomeAdvisor conducts criminal and financial background checks on their service professionals.
But that's not true, according to San Francisco District Attorney George Gascon.
His office is suing HomeAdvisor for false and misleading television and radio advertisements.
Find millions of reviews on top-rated pros. HomeAdvisor, the free way to find and hire the best home pros.
The lawsuit claims the ads are likely to deceive consumers and says HomeAdvisor performs no background checks at all on the employees who will be coming into a consumer's home.
Because I've been getting a lot of reports where felons actually do get in the system. Why? Well, it's very simple. They need to make a sale. They need to charge you $350. That's the first money they make. And then they need your credit card, contractors, to keep selling you more leads in the future. So what they do, they call you. If you don't qualify, well, how about your wife? Can we run background on your wife?
He said, we got to conduct a background check. And I said, well, my husband has a pending felony. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. And he was like, oh, no problem. We'll just take yours instead. And my name is nowhere on the company. I mean, nowhere. I'm not no LLC. I'm not on the license. I'm not nothing.
So there is going to be another video we're going to publish with a phone conversation of the wife of the contractor who was nowhere in the company's paperwork. When she was trying to sign them up, that contractor could not pass background check because he has a felony. And a lot of felons who've done it, they wouldn't speak it publicly. I admire that woman for speaking up because she said it's just not right. The sales rep from HomeAdvisor did not hesitate to say, oh, not a problem. Your husband is a license holder. He is owner of the company. But how about we do background check on you? Yes, I understand you're nowhere in the company, but if you want our business, if you want more business, let's do it. Of course, they have horrible experience. They file complaint with the Better Business Bureau as well and all of that stuff. But who cares, right? They got a sale. They charged them $350. Now another felon got in the HomeAdvisor.
Again, HomeAdvisor says it performs criminal background checks. But what they missed, the Vickers found with a simple Google search.
We pretty easily found out that he was a convicted felon.
A felon?
Convicted federal felon who had been on probation, again, almost the entire time that he was on our job.
If you read HomeAdvisor screening process on HomeAdvisor website, they will tell you that they only screen sex offenders in the state that the owner applies. So think about it. If I'm from Wisconsin and I want to open a business in Minnesota, not a problem. I have a record there, I don't have a record here. The same goes with the criminal, it's very limited, they say, and all details are on their website. All you have to do is just go and check. This is why so many bad contractors are getting on HomeAdvisor. I firmly believe HomeAdvisor is the worst platform to find home improvement contractor in the country. They're just asking for trouble.
He's a convicted felon.
As a matter of fact, they rarely match you with the best contractors. Usually it's a startup company, it's people who is desperate, people who don't understand any marketing. They signed up yesterday for their first license. They just started a business. They don't know how to get jobs. They sign up here. I mean, they don't know business. They're just asking for trouble. They're not going to match you with a company who's been in business for 40 years. I mean, maybe, but usually they match you with anybody who's willing to pay for your information. The question for you, if you're a homeowner, is that who you want to hire? Do you want to hire somebody who just paid top dollar and maybe didn't even pass background check? As a matter of fact, that's the reason state of California now suing Angel's for false advertising. Now, I promise you I'll cover a little bit of BBB. BBB is one of the most corrupted companies as well. So what they do, if you pay them money, they're going to close eyes on a lot of things. So BBB, we've been getting paid by HomeAdvisor millions of dollars. I don't know the amount. BBB would never disclose it. But what they've been doing is they've been closing their eyes on all their 13 factors how they review the company. So their complaints have been very steady, yet nothing happens. So they have advertising issues, billing issues, they have government actions, whole bunch of issues that BBB would downgrade any contractor and any other company. Like, for example, we already made a video about MyPillow. So MyPillow has F rating, right? Why? Because they have one advertising that BBB found so bad, buy one, get one free, and they said it was misleading because in some stores you could buy it literally for the same price. Well, how bad is it? But when HomeAdvisor goes on national TV and saying, we pre-screen contractors, we check background checks, and send you felons, that's not false advertising. When government's saying it's false advertising, BBB is like, no, not really, who cares? So media, news, government, everybody's seeing it. Hopefully you see it. HomeAdvisor is getting 90% negative feedback from homeowners and contractors. Would you do business with any company out there that receives 90% negative and 10% positive? Would you buy anything on Amazon from a seller who has 90% negative reviews and 10% positive? I mean, if you want to check BBB, check it. That's their rating. By the way, My Pillow, as I mentioned, has a 3-star rating from homeowners on BBB, and they have F rating. Now, HomeAdvisor have 1-star rating, and they have A-rated company. Why? Because BBB is the only company who will accept HomeAdvisor money to rank them higher. If HomeAdvisor would have listing on Google, it would be 1-star rated. If they would have listing on Facebook with the reviews being open, not hitting how they hit it now, they would be 1-star rated companies. Their job is to sell as much information as possible to as many people as possible. They don't care who it is, they don't care who's coming in. If that would be me as a homeowner, I would never go to HomeAdvisor to find a contractor. If you're the contractor, please comment below. I need to hear from you. We together can stop this monster destroying this country and this economy, because they're destroying everybody. They're destroying the connection between homeowner and a contractor. They're ruining industry, if you will. They're not doing good service for the contractor because they're competing with us. So instead of finding my company on Google, people have to see their ad first on the first page on Google in every city instead of seeing actual professional. And how can you sell trusted professionals, high-rated contractors, where you low-rated platform yourself? So this is how they sell your information to felons, to bad contractors. If you want to make a difference, comment below, share this video. There's a class action lawsuit already started a couple of years ago. Looks like it's moving forward. Link to class action below. Together we can do it. If you're the contractor, I would like to hear from you. Comment below your story. BBB, if you watch this video, don't ruin your reputation, because your reputation sinking just like HomeAdvisor reputation sinking day by day as long as you keep covering them. Thank you guys so much for coming. Hope it helped one guy, one woman, one contractor, one homeowner out there. If it did, I made my job. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. If you're the homeowner looking for a trusted, reputable contractor in your area, go to our website, submit the form, tell us about your needs. We'll connect you for free. We'll never sell your information to anybody. We're just here trying to help. Don't forget to subscribe.